Homemade is always best, and these vegetable bouillon cubes are certainly proof of that. Let me show you how to make the best homemade vegetable bouillon cubes. I'm going to start by roughly chopping some celery. I'm going to add a cup of carrots, some garlic cloves, an entire bulb of garlic. We're going to also add some onion. I had a few mushrooms left over, so I went on and chopped those up and added those. Then I added my homemade sun-dried tomatoes. So now I'm going to add some oil to the bottom of my skillet, and I'm going to dump my roughly chopped vegetables in. I had a bag of spinach left, so I thought, why not? We're going to put that in there too. The more veggies, the merrier. Once my veggies are nice and tender, I'm adding in a half a cup of kosher salt. So the great thing about homemade is that you can control the amount of salt that you put in your vegetable bouillon. Store-bought is entirely too salty. So once you put the salt in, it's going to become really watery. Cook it until the water and all the condensation is cooked out. Then we're going to add it to a food processor, and we're going to blend it down till it looks like this. Now we're going to add it back to the pot, and we're going to let it simmer on low until all of the moisture has completely cooked out of the veggies. And it should look like this. So now we're going to line a baking pan with some parchment paper, and we're going to spread our vegetable mixture to the corners and to the ends of the pan. Now we're going to sit this in the freezer overnight. Okay, it's the next day. Let's get our vegetable bouillon out. Now it's time to cut our bouillon cubes. I'm going to use the top of this fork because I want all of the bouillon cubes to be the same width as the fork. So I'm going to use it to mark where I need to cut. Once I'm done with that side, I'm then going to turn it and then begin cutting the other side. And now my bouillon cubes are ready for wrapping. So I'm just going to use regular aluminum foil that I have cut to wrap these in. So I'm going to wrap them just like so, just simply folding it over and then folding in the edges. Just make sure you fold them nice and tight because we will be storing these in the freezer, and they'll look just like this. So y'all, it was my intent to wrap all of these vegetable bouillon cubes, but I got tired. It was so many of them. So I decided to get the rest of them and put them in a single layer in another Ziploc freezer bag. So if you decide to do this, this is just another option, another way that you can store them if you don't want to wrap them all individually. So I'm going to put the wrapped ones in another Ziploc freezer bag. And you guys, these are ready to go. Perfect homemade vegetable bouillon. So now I'm going to give it a taste. I'm going to drop a cube in a glass with some hot water. I'm going to mix it until it's completely dissolved. And you guys, this was so delicious. Homemade vegetable bouillon is definitely the way to go. I hope you guys give it a try.